Hello friends, I'm Dr. Rajni Gaur and today I'm going to take up a new topic from the same subject, Gender, School and Society. Today I'm taking this topic from Unit 2 and the Unit 2 is Gender Studies Paradigm Shift. The topic is Paradigm Shift from Women's Studies to Gender Studies. Before starting the main topic, first I would like to tell you about the agencies of education. There are three agencies of education: informal, formal, semi-formal or non-formal. These three agencies of education plays a very important role in the education of a child. What informal agencies are? These agencies are not meant for education. They does not have particular or definite curriculum and timetable. For example, family, society, community, religion, mass media, etc. These all agencies indirectly contribute into the education of a child. But the formal education or the formal agency are those agencies especially meant for education. These provide the environment, curriculum, a set timetable to achieve definite aims and objectives of education. For example, school, museum, library, etc. are the formal agencies of education. The third one is semi or non-formal agency of education. These are not meant completely to give education but also entertainment to students or children, those who are getting information from the sources provided by the non-formal education. For example, radio, television, etc. Now, the main topic of this unit is to discuss about the history of women education and gender education. If we talk about history of women education, then we had to divide the period into its different constituents like Vedic period, later Vedic period, medieval period, British period and modern period. If we talk about Vedic period, then it is the period where there was no discrimination between women and men. Both men and women had equal right to work together, to earn for livelihood, participate in religious and social works. At that time, many learned women were there who completed their education during the Vedic period, like Apala, Vishwara, Sumedha, Maitri, Gargi, etc. These learned women are the example of women education that was imparted during the Vedic period. Next we move on to the later Vedic period. Later Vedic period is also known as post-Vedic period. In this period, due to Brahminic domination and hypocrisy, rituals and grandiose or due to the hypocrisy during the Brahminic period, Jain Dharma and Bauddha Dharma, both the religion, came into existence. Now the sign of deterioration of women's status appeared. They are not treated equal to men. Child marriage also appeared during this period. In Jain and Buddha religion, women do have the permission to get education and spread it lifelong, but still women education was not popular in general masses. Discriminatory treatment was started between boys and girls, and the situation of men came to the center instead of women. Next we move on to the medieval period, which is also known as Muslim period. During this period, the condition of women was most pathetic. In this period, due to veil system, child marriage, johar, polygamy, marriages, etc., the condition of women reached to very miserable. There was an absolute lack of female education in the general public. Women of noble families did get education, but the existence of women at home and outside was dependent on the mercy of their husband, father, and son. Women were considered to be the object of comfort, but special attention was paid to their living facilities. Now, next we move on to the British period. This was the period who brings drastic changes into the entire education system. And herein we found that this was the period where many efforts were made for the education of women, and along with the freedom movement, efforts were made to improve the condition of women. Sir Lord William Bentinck and Raja Ram Mohan Roy abolished the practice of sati and tried for widow remarriage. For the education of women, Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar took many steps and also opened various schools in Bengal for girls' education. Because of his continuous effort, it condition of women's. Rani Chennamma in Kittur, Rani Jhansi, Begum Hazrat Mahal, Aruna Asaf Ali, Lakshmi Sehgal, Kasturba Gandhi, etc. were the examples of women empowerment. Now the last is the modern period, and we can say that it is the present situation where this was the period in India when efforts were made for women education, and the end of inequality was expected by ending gender discrimination. Article 14, 15, 16, 39 and 42 of our Constitution talked about accepting equality of women without any discrimination and giving equal rights to women as the men had. The minimum age of marriage of boys and girls was 18 and 21 years was set to prevent domestic violence. The Domestic Violence Act 2005 was enacted, and in 1987 sati practice law came into existence. Strict laws were made by section 498A for taking and giving dowry, and in 1961 the Dowry Prohibition Act was made. In 1956 the Widow Remarriage Act, and also to protect the economic interest of the women, they were given rights in their property of their father. Now we have few paradigms of women education and gender education during Vedic period, medieval period and modern period. There were certain paradigms which were followed and which were shifted from women education, and also talked about the gender education. That we will discuss in our next video. Thank you.